doesn't matter. Hi, my name is Ray. I'm 23 years old. And if you're watching this video, you're lucky that it's not a suicide note. Let's back up. Actually, I don't even know where to start. Have you ever seen that the movie called Cyberbully? With Emily Osment from Hannah Montana? She made this video that was like a suicide note, a video diary to her friends and family on Facebook. And it was a cry for help. And this isn't a cry for help, me making this video. This is a cry for support. Now, I know I just turned 23 on the 24th, actually. But I've been through a lot in my life that I think no one should have to go through. I'm living on my own. I'm in this beautiful studio apartment that was given to me by this really amazing program. And I hate living alone. It's so lonely. Ironically. Well, not really ironically. Anyways. Living alone. Living alone. I have autism. I've had it forever. It's just never been diagnosed. That's why I have these earplugs around my head, my neck. And that's why in my pumpkin backpack that I got from Disney, I have a pair of noise-canceling headphones that I wear and sometimes don't even put sound on. Because I just want to look normal. Whatever normal is. I'm making this video because two things just... Oh, jeez. Oh my god. Two things happened in an hour. Like, not even an hour. Like, a full hour. Like, maybe a half hour of each other. And I wanted to address one of those things. So, and this is me speaking openly and honestly, and I'm not going to be using any names because that won't be necessary. Because it's not about who did it, it's about what they did. Actually, there's three things, but I'm going to only talk about two, maybe two. Probably just one. Because the second one I'm not ready to talk about yet. When I was in Disney, I was doing the Disney College program, and in the fall semester, so the fall of 2019, I was rooming with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? No, that's not. 4 of the girls, I believe. I was rooming with five other girls. One of them, who was my direct roommate, the one who was actually in my room with me, had a service dog. And I originally seeked her out because I was on Facebook and I looked up people who had dogs. And I found her, and her dog had the same name as the puppy that I had just had earlier in the year, 2019. So I asked if we could be roommates, and she was totally into it. And then she took the reins and found us other roommates that we could all live together, because it'd be difficult to find roommates. It was difficult to find roommates with someone with a service dog, because otherwise they had to live on their own and pay their own rent, just themselves, which was really expensive. But she was lucky, and she got 5 pretty great roommates. But this isn't about her, and as much as I love the dog, this isn't about him either. This is about 3 of them. Not 5, not 4, just 3 of them. I think people don't realize the things that they say and its effect on those around them. Our words and our actions are our greatest forms of communication. And I think it's really important that we use them in the best possible way. As someone who's always been an English nerd, always loved writing and reading and Harry Potter and music and playing piano and poetry and basically all the creative things. Except pottery. I don't understand pottery. I express myself in art, in artistic ways, when words aren't enough. That's why I play piano. That's why I draw my surroundings to ground myself when I'm anxious. That's why I play ukulele when I don't have a piano. I'm getting off topic. Words. There's a quote from Harry Potter. Of course, now that I'm talking, I can't remember the exact quote. But it's something like, words are, in my opinion, our most something form of expression, or I don't know exactly, but it's Albus Dumbledore, of course. And I don't know. It's just when I was in middle school, 6th grade, my first time ever being in public school, I remember being a young 11-year-old and at the time, her, not there, in her cafeteria listening to an assembly about Rachel's challenge. Rachel Joy Scott. If you get a chance, I'd look it up. Look up Rachel Joy Scott. She was the victim of the Columbine shooting. Well, she's one of the victims. And she had this movement, or her family created this movement called Rachel's Challenge. And it's all about doing one act of kindness and sharing it with someone around you. Because for her, it was sitting with kids who didn't have anyone to eat with at lunch. So she'd sit down and she'd talk to them and she'd make their day. And all she had to do was take that first step. Ever since that assembly, that's what I've been trying to do my whole life. I mean, I tried to do it before, but that almost gave me a purpose. I liked to re-translate it, redo it, like do another version of it, where it's Rachel's with an A-E-L challenge, or Ray's challenge. I guess what I'm trying to say in this really long speech is that what we do and what we say and how we act affects others. And affects others so deeply that we may not even know how. It was just 3 words. It was just, I hate you. It was just 4 words. She is a bitch. 5 words. I can't think of something right now. Okay, that's 6 words, 7 words. But you get the point. And it's not our words sometimes, in my opinion, and in how I react to things. It's not the words exactly, it's the feelings and the emotion behind it. It's how it's said. It's how the person looks when they say it. I pay attention to every single detail because I am an observer. And I am a wallflower. Or at least I was most of my life. Now I just get to be me. And I think it's really fucking sad. That when I'm just me, and when I'm depressed, like I was in the fall of 2019, that the people around me, the girls around me, would take advantage of that. And not necessarily in the way that you're thinking. Like, they wouldn't, make me feel like shit. They wouldn't say things that were shitty to me. For me, for this situation, there's a term for this that I'd like to call it. It's bullying by exclusion. I don't know if we've ever felt that way before. That's kind of how my entire life has been until I found friends. Well, I had 2 friends growing up, and then in 6th grade I found one of my best friends. I'm writing a new book, and I'm thinking of calling it The Outsider, or something of the sort. The Outsider, The Observer, The Wallflower, something like that. Because growing up, I was always an outsider, and I still am. I don't know if you remember that song, but it's from like Read It and Weep, that Disney Channel movie. That was like, I'm on the outside looking in, something like that. But I don't know. I've just always felt that way. That's what it was like for me when I did dance for 15 years. I was never included in anything. And I wouldn't necessarily say it was their fault, but it wasn't really mine either. It was because I couldn't figure out how to interact with people because I had autism, and I have autism. And I wonder if that's a shock to some people. Because if I play the part of Rachel Silva, and if I look and sound and seem perfect, and like I have it all together, damn. I guess I'm a good actress in some ways. Because I really heckin' don't have it all together. I think most people can see that, because I'm a pretty open book, and I am a bit of a hot mess, but I own my hot messness. Anyways, this is almost 20 minutes long. I have to wrap it up. I have 3 minutes. I guess I just want people to know that if you've ever felt left out and like you didn't matter, and like the world hated you, but not the world, not the earth, the people in it. It's not you, and it's not your fault. Because sometimes the world is just cruel, and sometimes people can just be so cruel. And you're a good person. Because you can feel emotions that are quote-unquote bad. There's nothing wrong with feeling sad or hopeless or depressed or anxious or mad. It's when you use those emotions to hurt people and to make them feel like they're nothing. But guess what? And I want you to say this with me, okay? I'll say it once and I'll say it again. I matter. You matter. We all fucking matter. Alright, ready? Say it with me. I'm gonna say I fucking matter. Okay, ready? 3. Well, after 1, I'll say it. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. I fucking matter. I really had to emphasize the T's in that. Because otherwise it's just matter. And that's chemistry or biology or physics or something. I don't fucking know. But that doesn't matter. I'm just making matter jokes. Yeah, you matter. And funny enough, that's what I'm gonna get tattooed right here. sometime this week or weekend or something. I can't think of anything else I wanted to say. I guess I kind of want to say to those 3 people who have hurt me today, you hurt me today. You hurt me half an hour ago. But guess what? After this video is done, after my nearly 21 minutes of rambling is done, I'm gonna forget you ever fucking existed. Well, try to. Because you don't matter in my life. Because you tried to bring me down. And you tried to make me feel like I was nothing. I care about everyone. Everything. I don't know if you know what it's like to be autistic and to be an empath and to feel the pain of every person and everything around you. But I do. And it sucks to know that somehow maybe I hurt you guys. But I don't hurt people intentionally. I promise that, and I promise I didn't try to hurt you. Sometimes I say things because they're my truth, and they're the truth. Because it's all I know. And I promise I don't hate you. And I promise please don't hate me either. Just all I'm asking is for you to please think about what you say and what you do next time. That's it. I don't think that's asking too much of me or too much of you. Okay, I'm gonna end it on one thing. Anyone who has an Alexa Echo Dot from Amazon, mute it now, because otherwise you'll get super annoyed. Hey Alexa, I love you.
Thanks. It's good to be appreciated.
It is fucking good to be appreciated. That's it. You've heard Alexa. I love you. Alexa, thank you.
Anytime. Enjoy your afternoon.
Thank you, I will. That's it. I cried. I'm gonna take a shower and go on about my day. I have a gym training appointment in less than an hour. So, yeah, I'm gonna shower beforehand and a shower after, because it really be like that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. If you got to this far, cool. You're an MVP. You're a real one. Thanks. Have a good afternoon. Signing off.